Hey guys, it's LNS here once again. Today I'll be showing you guys a build video, an army composition video, and sort of like a guide to the faction. This will be me showing you guys a guide to the Vampire Counts faction, and this is the build that I normally bring. You guys can try it out yourselves and see how effective it is. It's effective against most types of enemies that you face, um, and yeah, and I'll show you guys what I have. It's a 17 unit size, 17 units army composition. I have 2 units of zombies, 2 skeleton spearmen, 5 grave guards, 3 felbats, 3 crypt horrors, and 1 terrorgeist. The purpose of this build is to you need to rush as a vampire count. In order to do that, you have to have some meat shields. These zombies are the meat shield, and I took 2 skeleton spearmen just in case the enemy has lots of cavalry that I need to deal with. Overall, Cav, especially the Empire Demigryphs Knights, pretty high priority, pretty high threat to this build, but you can actually use your skeleton spearmen to soak up the charge of the Demigryph Knights, and then use your crypt horrors to take them out. The crypt horrors do pretty well against the Demigryph Knights once they are locked in place by your skeleton spearmen, or you can use Mr. von Karnstein. He's a really great wizard with 2 laws. He has the law of vampire and the law of death, which enables him to use one of the ability, which is, if I'm wrong, let me see, this one, the fate of Juna. It's a single unit. It targets a single unit, but it deals a lot of damage to the unit, a lot of health damage. So really useful against like a group of cavalry, or like a group of one unit that you really want to take out fast. He also has Spirit Lich, really used for taking out enemy lords. And on top of that, you can actually also use the Gaze of Nagash magic missiles from the law of vampire. You can switch it up in game, the spells. So very useful guy. He also gets the when you cast a spell, allies around von Karnstein will regenerate HP due to this trait over here, Curse of the Undead. And he can also replenish HP in melee fight. So really useful. No point getting the others because they cost pretty expensive as well. And if you choose this guy, you can actually also put him on the zombie dragon, which I always do. In case it makes him a really strong overall lord. You can protect him really well. He's a spell caster. Pretty good stats on the dragon as well, with a 450 weapon strength. So talking more about the overall build, you have a really strong lord that you can use to cast spells to take out the enemy lords, and the purpose of this terrorgeist is to help out von Karnstein take out like large units that are of a high threat. Let's say an enemy wizard or enemy lord or an enemy melee warrior. So this one, the terrorgeist is used to do that, or he can also be used to disrupt the enemy back formation, especially against guns. Let's say he has thunderers, pretty strong, pretty solid missile troops compared to the Empire ones. They are not as armored. The Empire ones are not as armored as this one, and they don't have as much melee attack and defense as the Thunderers. So in order to counter the Thunderers, you can still use your Felbats against them to disrupt them from firing. I have 3 of them. Normally people bring 2 to 3 missiles, so 3 is a pretty good number of Felbats to bring into battle. And what you want to do is you don't want to just send them blindly at the start of the battle. You want to make sure that your troops are just outside of his gun range, your whole army just outside of his gun range, and prevent you to rush, and then try to come in from some weird angles that forces the opponent to move their guns to face your bats, because they either have to take out your bats or they either have to shoot at your army. So you have to choose. They have to choose. They have to make a decision on what to shoot, and if they shoot your army, you can send your bats in to take them out. If you shoot your bats, your army can rush their army without getting shot as much. So that's the purpose of these fell bats. They're really useful. So learn to use them well. They're really fast as well. The Grave Guard is just a solid infantry overall. 5 of them I took. They have the anti-infantry. They don't do as well against armored targets, but because of the anti-infantry bonus that they get, they still do alright. Not the worst. I didn't get the great weapon ones because they are pretty expensive for my build that I have here. This is more of like a holding line, my Grave Guards. For my really damage heavy component, I have this Creep Horrors. They are armor piercing, they regenerate, and they have poison attack, and they are pretty fast as well. So once my main army engages with my Grave Guard, I send them in to the flanks. I don't need to send all 3, I can send 2, and I can keep 1 to be used against any enemy cavalry that has that is remaining and or charging into my army. I can use it to protect them. As well as I said before, the terror guys can be used to disrupt enemy backlines. Really strong unit as well. So this is the main guide. Just a build that I always use in the ranked matches. Have quite a high success rate with this build. You guys can try it out as well. Really important though, as the vampires, is to choose when to rush. Properly. You can't just rush blindly into a line of fire of enemy guns. You have to plan your route of attack and when to rush. Also, you have to really use all the spells that you have. I find that in Total War Warhammer, spells make or break your battle, and normally the game is actually decided when your lines clash with the opponent because of all the buffs or debuffs that you give using your wizard. And the vampires is no exception, especially since it's a rush faction. You really need to use the wizards either to take out the enemy lord or to debuff the entire enemy, a big chunk of his army, while your guys are melee. So yeah, in the following videos to come, I'll show you guys this in action in some real actual online battle, and show you guys how to play it out. But for now, hope you guys enjoy this little series that I'll be doing for each faction. And yeah, this is what I play the most, the vampires, so I'm making this as the first one. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys wanna know in the future videos, and see you guys next time. Take care guys, bye.